Yo, good morning, brothers and sisters. My name is Nico, and I am on a quest to make YouTube videos that are unscripted every single days. I like to talk about how to make your life better, mindset, philosophy, a little bit of social commentary. The goal is to get better at how I speak to the camera and improving my ideas, being able to be more persuasive, and hopefully make some friends, build an audience, Okay, so with that out of the way, let's get right on to it. How do you actually stop caring what other people think? And first, I gotta say this right off the bat. Of course, I feel like everyone's always gonna care at least a little bit, and it's also important in society to care a little bit about what other people think. So if you completely stop caring, you're probably a psychopath. And who knows, by the way, I'm someone who has very loose beliefs. Maybe being a psychopath is the best way to be. But right now I'm not convinced of that. Maybe I'll make a video about why you should be a psychopath in the future. But let me get right onto it. Why should you listen to me? I used to be the shyest kid you could possibly ever know. I'm talking about ever. When I moved countries, I was living in Turkey. Well, I was born in Ecuador, but long story short, my dad got a job in Turkey. We moved to Turkey. I was super social. I don't know why. I don't want to explain it. I probably got good positive feedback. I was decent at sports. I made friends. People respected me. But then I moved to the U.S. I moved to South Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Broward County area, if you care. And I was never bullied. People were kind of nice. And I don't know what was in me, but I never blossomed. I never went out of my shell. I remained shy up until my senior year of high school when I was 17 years old. Right now I'm 21. And man, life is a lot better. Now, how did I change? The first thing that I'm gonna say, and it's a little bit of an unpopular opinion, it's consume content about this. The more, I believe, have you ever heard of the quote, you are the top 5 people you hang the most around? I think in the modern day, content you watch, what you consume, is it's a better way to say it. You are the content that you consume. This includes movies and TV shows that you watched when you were younger. And by the way, when people make YouTube videos, they're gonna tell you, do this, do that, do that. And eventually you're gonna try doing them and it didn't work. And then you're gonna find other videos that tell me that wanna tell you, no, don't do that. Do this instead. And then the last step, it's gonna be like, you're eventually gonna figure out everything works. I just had to take action and keep going, right? I'm gonna be so real right now. I was yapping out of my ass and I lost my train of thought. Oh, right, I remember my point now. Consume more content. My argument is due to some people saying that you should consume less self-improvement content and actually take action. And I agree, but my counter argument is that most people will never change. And the right people that change consciously are the ones that consume that type of content. So the first step is good. You're already kind of watching this. Now, what next? I'm sorry, guys. I'm doing this to improve my articulation. I actually wrote down some bullet points, but I'm recording on my phone and they're on my phone and I forgot. But don't worry. I got this, guys. I got this. Rejection therapy. Eventually, you're going to have to take the action and it's going to sting. That's why you have to do it with very small baby steps. How did I start? Sorry, I have to get up. I'm kind of uncomfortable kneeling down. I'm in England right now, in my sister's room, and there's no bed or chair in this room. You're gonna have to, what's it called? Can you hear my stomach? It's growling. How I started rejection therapy. I started going on walks with my dog, and I wouldn't even say anything to my neighbors. What I would do is walk, and for like 2 months, all I did was focus on posture. Then, little by little, you build up. Then, you look in people's directions for a week. Then, you look them in the eyes. Eventually, you're going to do one of the biggest steps, which is saying, good morning. I took this all the way. I took this really far when I got really confident. I'm not really confident. I wasn't confident, but I was kind of a clown at one point in my life. I would say good morning to everyone that passed, even when it wasn't morning. I don't like this video, though. I feel like the other days I talked better. I'm probably caring too much about what you guys think right now, and that's already a 5-minute video, and no one's ever gonna watch it anyways. So I'm just gonna tell you what you need to do. I've kind of been yapping too much. Rejection therapy, that's what you gotta do. Start slow. Start saying good morning, start getting good posture, and then eventually you say, like, give compliments. Eventually when you're at the gym, you ask, hey, can I work out with you? And then eventually you talk more and you say hello to people you meet, and eventually that's how you make friends, but it doesn't really make you stop caring what other people think. Then something that will really work is just go through life. As you get older, when you're a teenager, it's literally physical, it's literally inside you, it's literally biology. You're gonna care more. And the older you get, the less you will care. Even like a 22-year-old probably cares more than a 50-year-old. And a 22-year-old cares less than a 15-year-old. Just like that works. And probably the most important part that's helped me is to change your beliefs. It's easier said than done. I kind of don't believe in free will, to be honest. So you might never change at all. But I believe everything starts with what you believe to be true. So believe truths that serve you. Be open-minded. Not that I believe being open-minded is a virtue, but because being open-minded helps you, it helps the world, and you can decipher and think critically, and you can be fair. Sometimes you might choose to believe delusions, little by little. It's hard work. You're probably gonna suffer, and you're gonna care less. I care less. I still care a lot. Sometimes I get comments. I get anxious reading, oh, is it gonna be a hate comment? Is it gonna be a hater? And when it is, it stings me. But here I am posting videos, talking, putting myself out there. I've dropped out of college. I used to lie about when adults used to ask me, do I go to college? I used to say, yeah, I'm studying business. No, I don't, bro. No, I don't. All right, God bless you. If you believe in love, then you already believe in God, because God is love. Bye.